Good afternoon. My name is Mike McCoy, and this is the Bradenton Kiwanis Club. I want to give a special welcome to all of our guests and all our members. Wow, we got a full house today. That's awesome. Great program. Looking forward to today. I'd like to start out by singing My Country 'Tis of Thee. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Thank you. Join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to invite Dick Gross to say our invocation.
Let us pray. Most gracious Heavenly Father, as we gather here today to show our appreciation to all the not-for-profits by the work of Kiwanis, let us remember who has made all this possible. May we bless you and may we keep you in our hearts and minds always. Now bless this food to the nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to your service. In your most holy and precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Meal. We're going to start back just a little bit early today because we got a lot to cover. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Welcome back. You guys hear me better? Okay, we got the thumbs up. All right, Mac wants a picture for his newsletter. Smile. Awesome. I'd like to invite Mac up. He's going to introduce our guest.
All righty. Good afternoon, Bradenton Kiwanis. Isn't it great to be living in Manatee County? Isn't it great to be down here instead of up north? Tom Fox, where are you? That's why he's here. He's from Kalamazoo, Michigan. He'd rather be here. I have a lengthy list, so we're going to do this really quick because I couldn't sort out who was actually going to be up here on stage and who wasn't. So if you wouldn't mind, when I call your name, just sort of stand up real quick, and you're going to get recognized again if you're going to be on the stage later. First of all, Kathy King from State College of Florida. Chris Haley. Christina Haley. Sorry. I'm trying to write the from Pace Center for Girls. We also have Joan and her husband Mark Hildebrandt from the Sunrise Club. We have Sharon and Jim Kincaid, also from the Sunrise Club. We have Major Juan Guadalupe from the Salvation Army. Sandy Grosclose from Pace. John and Amanda Horn from the Anna Maria Oyster Bar. Cassandra Holmes from the SCF Foundation. And we have Lori Tomlinson, Gina Sauer, and Madeline Jackson from the Girl Scouts of America. We have Jennifer Huffy. Is that right? Hoy. Oh, I'm sorry. From the YMCA, Manatee. Marilee Cunningham. Mary Helen Kermode. We have Greg Graham and Josh Powensky from Southwest Florida Council, Boy Scouts of America. Rose Craycraft, and Lauren Probst, also from Sunrise. Glad to see you have a good turnout from our brothers and sisters in the other clubs. Excellent. Laura Carpenter, BTS. Maureen Chesson from Easter Seals. Matthew Barnaby from Anderson Race Park. Doug Merman is a guest of Mike McCoy, whoever that is.
Doug Sherman.
Oh, Dr. Sherman, I'm sorry. Ray Barhorst. Related to our excellent member coordinator for the club, Sharon. A lot of names on here. A lot of people ought to be seeing her before you leave today in case you want to join the club. We also have Kathleen Val Stieberger, Paul's guest, right there. Teresa Bartlett. Is that right? I'm sorry? Oh, okay. Maria Bartlett, pardon me. Merrick Newmer. Dave Coker. Jane's husband. And a returning member from someplace up north of here, Karen Carpenter. We want to thank all of you guys for being here today, whether you're here to receive a recognition or whether you're just here to support them, and we're glad you were able to make it today. And before I leave this stage, because I have to leave early, my wife had cataract surgery done yesterday, so I got to get her back to the doctor to have it checked out. But we've been doing a little contest in our newsletter to see where Mikey happens to be hiding out. So today our winner is Steve Tinsworth. Come on down, Dr. Steve. So keep on looking for Mikey. He pops up just about anywhere.
Thank you, Mac. As we continue to clear out the closet. No. Steve got a half a bag of Dove chocolates. So, okay. There's a lot of announcements, but we're going to just assume that you guys are reading the newsletter, or there's a few bulletins on your table. I think some folks from the Sunrise Club wanted to say something really quick about the cornhole. And while she's doing that, Christy wants to talk about the Giving Circle.
Okay. My name is Rose with the Manatee Sunrise Kiwanis Club. February 29th, we're doing our Cornhole and Cocktails Festival, and it's $50 a ticket, but that includes the Cornhole Tournament, and we're having samples of food and drinks from vendors from all over, and Eric Vaughn is going to be performing, so it's going to be really fun. And we have tickets if anyone wants to buy some from us. So thank you.
Thank you. So to introduce today's program, and actually to be today's program, is Judge Ed Nicholas. Yes, sir.
So we have a lot of amazing annual programs every year. Farm City Week, how they surprise that agriculturist of the year in and year out, I don't know, but they always seem to do that. Our Veterans Day program is amazing. Props to the Veterans Committee here who does such a terrific job. One of my personal favorites is the 4-H speech contest winners in May. We get to hear the little kids with all their poise and their their wonderful speeches. But today's meeting is definitely my favorite because we get to see truly the impact that our club has on the community. Your dues, our foundation, all our efforts really get to impact those that are most needy, those services that don't seem to be provided by government or nonprofits. So I love this program. It's a great way to see exactly what we do, our giving hearts, and the impact that it has in our community. I want to start by thanking my committee, a wonderful group of people. I am rotating off this year as chair. It was an honor and a privilege to serve. But please stand up if I call your name, and we'll hold the applause until the end if you're here. We've got John Vita, Janine Amick, Bill Murphy, Jane Coker, Jan Shaberg, Betsy Benak, Sharon Barhorst, Brett Pollock, Mike McCoy, Dave Grantham, Mark Nelson, and Byron Shin. Please thank you. Please thank these fellow members. It's not an easy committee to serve on. There is far more need than there is money. We had over $1 million in requests this year, and that's just heartbreaking to know that there's that much need in our community. We certainly weren't able to give out $1 million, but we were able to award $200,000 this year, and you're going to hear about where that money went and the impact that money is having on our community. $200,000 was not our budget. Believe me, it's way beyond the budget. But fortunately, the charitable committee, to give you more information than you need, gets the excess that isn't spent every year. So thank you, committee chairs, for not spending all the money in your budget, because it made its way to the charitable committee, and we did. We spent all the excess from last year. So thank you for committee chairs that didn't spend all your money. It enabled us to do what we did this year in the charitable committee. As I said, we awarded $200,000 in grants from $5,000 to $100,000, and you're going to hear this afternoon just the impact that has on the children in our community. It's where we really get to see our slogan in action, Young Children Priority 1, improving the world one child at a time. So we're going to start with our first recipient, serving a need that's not well served in our community. We're going to hear from Lori Carpenter from Beyond the Spectrum, who's going to tell us a little bit about the way that they're going to spend the $13,515 that your club, your dues, your foundation was able to provide. So let's give a warm Kiwanis welcome to Lori Carpenter.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, first of all, to Kiwanis for this wonderful grant that we were given at Beyond the Spectrum. It's just going to be an amazing difference for our kids and our organization. And if you don't know a lot about Beyond the Spectrum, we are a school that specializes in education and therapeutic services for children with autism and related disorders. We've been around for 11 years now. We're growing and growing, and we are busting at the seams. We're currently servicing close to 100 families, and we have 85 on the wait list, and more come in every day asking for services that we unfortunately can't provide because we don't have the room. So we're hoping to continue growing. And we're just doing great things, and what your grant is going to do for us is provide a voice for these kids at the school that don't have a voice. And if you think about it, I have a son with autism. Most of us do have children on the spectrum of some type or another. That's why we're involved. And, my son is 22 now, and he was the first guy in 11 years ago, and fairly nonverbal. He'll be with me forever. He'll be with me as long as we can all be together. And we're very lucky. He's a great guy, and he's happy and funny, but communication is really, really difficult for him. And so by providing iPads, communication programs, laptops, that's what we're using this grant for. It's basically providing a voice for a person that doesn't have one. I don't know when his foot hurts. I don't know when his stomach hurts. If he's scared, he can't tell me. And so as a mother, that is really heartbreaking. So with this communication and this technology, it's wonderful because our kids can come out of themselves, join the world, join our families, and let us know what they need. A little boy at the school finally told his mom last year for the first time what he wanted to be for Halloween. So that was his first time. My son let me know his foot hurt for the first time through these communication means. So your grant is basically giving a voice to a person that doesn't have one. So it's iPads, it's communication systems, we're going to use some laptops, and we are so grateful and so excited to be able to provide this for our kids and their families. So thank you so much for being what you did for us.
Thank you. Did you want to do the check? All right. We got a big check for you. Big giant check.
Big giant check?
Right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Here you go. Wait, Lori.
Okay.
Literally, we have a giant check for you. You can take it through the drive-through.
Okay. This is the founder of our program, Catherine Peabody, who's here with me today. So, thank you.
Are you really an authorized signer on that account?
I have such a terrible signature that I printed my name. Oh, one more.
And please take that back because we only have one.
Oh, yes.
Dave's going to have a busy afternoon. Dave's going to have a busy afternoon. All right, our next recipient is somebody that we partnered with since the beginning. We're very, very fond of this organization. We've been out there at Camp Flying Eagle forever and ever, and they've done amazing things in our community. I mean, who here in this club wasn't a Boy Scout at one time, or at least had some participation in that amazing program? So please join me in giving a warm Kiwanis welcome to, I believe, Greg Graham, who's going to announce how they're going to spend their $10,125. $10,125. Welcome, Greg.
Thank you. We are grateful, so grateful for the support of the Kiwanis Club over the years and the relationship that we've had in serving this community. This grant is going to go extremely long way in helping us deliver our mission, and this grant that we have received is going to build a new kayak and canoe launching area and program shelter. And at our camp, we serve over 9,000 individuals each year, which translates into close to 17,000 camper nights. Now, here in Manatee County alone, we have over 1,600 youth involved in the scouting program and 500 plus adult volunteers. And these youth and families come from a very diverse population. So this gift is going to enable all these youth to enjoy our outdoor classroom, as we call it, Camp Flying Eagle. And ultimately, these families and youth are going to have a tremendous opportunity to have fun and build family relationships, which is ultimately what scouting is about, to deter negative youth behaviors, develop personal skills and ethical decision-making skills, to improve school success, and to strengthen family relationships. I don't think most youth understand and join scouting to get those three aspects of scouting, but ultimately that's what we're there to do, and the Kiwanis Club is enabling us to carry on and deliver the mission of scouting in our community. Thank you.
All right. Dave, you got the giant check? Greg, don't go anywhere. No? Who do you got? It's fine. All right, we'll do Easter seals next. Speaking of Camp Flying Eagle, I think we would be remiss to not shout out to a longtime member who we haven't seen in a very long time. Jeb Mulek is in the house. Welcome. Welcome. All right, next up is Easter Seals. We've got a long history with Easter Seals. It's an amazing program. We've provided them monies in the past. We can't seem to turn them down. Every year they apply, and we always seem to give them their request. But please join me in giving a warm Kiwanis welcome to Maureen Chesson. She is with Easter Seals here in Minnesota.
We can't thank you enough for the years of support that the Kiwanis has given Easter Seals. We provide services to over 1,300 people in the community, and they are a range of services from a daycare and preschool through a school for children with autism, and we also have children's therapy, providing PT, OT, speech therapy. For many people, that is their only shot at this therapy because 80% of our kids are on either Medicare or have no insurance. And so if they didn't come to us, they wouldn't get any therapy. We also have services for adults with developmental disabilities. So we have services, day services, where people with a range of disabilities come, and they also, besides getting daily programming, we've also now installed a brand new state-of-the-art physical therapy room that we are so proud of. Our programming is growing. We've just, in the last few years, added the ABA Academy as under our umbrella, and we've added a great deal of art programming. What the Kiwanis gift has done for us that is so important is it's making our kids safer. Our building is very old. It's on its way to, at some point, a capital campaign to replace, but in the interim, and for the next decade or so, we will be working on bringing the building up to state-of-the-art. And what we needed to do was improve our cameras and locks and door safety. And that's what you've done for us. And it is so important because the best services in the world don't matter at all if the kids aren't safe receiving them. So we are incredibly grateful for this wonderful gift. It makes our staff safer, it makes our kids safer, and it makes the community a better place. So thank you so very, very much for this.
All right, we got a big check.
Okay.
All right, we got the big check.
Bring it down just a little bit. There we go. All right, good. Thank you.
Next up is Girl Scouts. All right, our next recipient is also a longtime partner with the Bradenton Kiwanis Club. We're big fans of this program. They seem to apply every year, and we have a hard time turning them down. So we were able to give $11,367, that's $11,367, to the Girl Scouts of Gulf Coast, Florida. Joining us today are Marianne Servian, Madeline Jackson, and Gina Sauer. Please join me in giving a warm Kiwanis welcome to the Girl Scouts of the Gulf Coast for their grant. Okay.
Hi, good afternoon. Marianne Servian was unable to join us today, so she extends her apologies and sent me in her place, but I love any opportunity I can to talk about Girl Scouts. So our council covers 10 counties here in Florida, with Manatee being our northernmost county, and actually one of the largest counties of membership that we have, so we're very proud of that. A lot of people don't even realize that we do have a camp here, right here in Bradenton, Camp Honeyhonta, which is situated on the Braden River, beautiful property. All of the things that you normally expect from a camp with your cabins, hiking trails, canoeing and kayaking. We also have a low ropes and high ropes challenge courses. And one of the most popular activities that we have there is archery. So outdoor programs have always been an important part of Girl Scouting. In fact, it's one of our 4 program pillars, the others being STEM, life skills, and entrepreneurship. And we feel it's important to get girls outdoors, not only so that they can connect with nature and with the environment, but so that they can build confidence. They can take some healthy risks and chances and challenge themselves beyond what they might normally do. So at Camp Honeyhonta, being so well loved and so well used, we had a few little facelifts that we wanted to do at the camp. One being more practical, and that's an ice maker. Our ice maker died. And if you've ever spent any time outdoors at camp, you know how important it is to have an ice maker. We also wanted to make the archery course a little more comfortable and safe. So we're going to be installing a shaded structure so that as girls are standing on the line or back behind the line waiting their turn, they won't be exposed so much to the sun. It'll be a little cooler. A little more comfortable for them. And another exciting thing we're doing is adding a whole new activity, which is disc golf. We're going to be installing a disc golf course there at the camp, which will be something new for the girls to try and enjoy. So this grant helps pay for a portion of those improvements. The camp serves girls from outside of Manatee County as well, but the vast majority of girls that come there are from the Manatee County area. So we're very excited about all the new changes and challenges coming. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say yes, cookie season is coming. So as you're out and about, when you're in front of Publix or Walmart, even if you're not able to purchase cookies, take the time to just kind of chat with the girls for a few minutes. A lot of people think that the Girl Scout cookie program is about girls smiling and being cute and saying, would you like to buy a box of Thin Mints? And it is that to an extent, but it's also an entrepreneurship program where they're learning about business planning skills, budgeting, money management, business ethics, how to get out there and shake someone's hand and look them in the eye. So please interact with them, ask them questions, ask them what their true goal is for the year, what they're going to be doing with the money that they earn, and help them get a fully rounded entrepreneurship experience, and also buy cookies too. So thank you so much. We're very appreciative and we're excited about this.
All right.
The giant novelty check.
All right, congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Love those Thin Mints. All right. All right, our next grant recipient is our fellow Kiwanians, our brothers and sisters in making the community a better place, one child at a time. We were thrilled to be able to award the Manatee Sunrise Kiwanis Foundation with $20,000. We're going to hear about where that $20,000 is going. We've got a number of our fellow Kiwanians here, but I think we're going to hear from Mark and/or Joan. I am seeing Mark come forward. Mark Hildebrand, please give a warm Kiwanis welcome to fellow Kiwanian Mark Hildebrand.
One thing I realize is that everyone in this room is very passionate about all of what we do for the community. I thank all of you for everything that you do. I also know, as some of you know me, that to speak 2 or 3 minutes about this program is impossible for me. So what I did is made a few notes just to let everyone know. Kids Against Hunger was started in 2009. We became a satellite in 2009 when our club decided to invest in all the equipment to do that. Since then, we have distributed food to over 40 different organizations here in Manatee County, Feeding Empty Little Tummies, Our Daily Bread, Hope Shelter, St. Joseph's Food Pantry, a number of churches actually. This doesn't happen without the cooperation of a lot of organizations. I have a really long list here. They're all a lot of Kiwanis clubs, State College of Florida Key Club, Manatee Key Club, Southeast Key Club, Manatee Memorial Hospital, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, Manatee County Sheriff's Department, Palmetto High School, FFA, the school board, Hope Shelter. These are all people that come and volunteer at our events to help us package this food. And recent statistics show that nearly 25 families in the Braden and Sarasota Venice area have an inability to provide enough food for their kids. We're a very affluent community. Yet we have this right in our own backyard. So the food that we package, we keep here. To date, a couple of numbers, because everybody likes numbers. Our satellite has packaged 772,679 meals, of which about 95, thank you. About 95% of that stayed right here in Manatee County. Last year, we did 170,728 meals. Now here's a real neat thing. Since 2010, a year after we started the program, Braden Kiwanis has sponsored a packaging event every single year. They've actually been one of our greatest partners in helping do this. Quick plug, on May 2nd will be the Braden Kiwanis Club sponsored packaging event, which we will be putting together 50,000 meals. With this, I just want to end with, this is a saying that I always like. Hunger is not only reserved for third world countries, but is affecting millions of people in developing countries, in America, and in our community every day. So I really thank you for what you're doing for us. I guess I'm supposed to talk about what we're doing with the money. Sure. What that's actually doing is providing us with a permanent home. When you do, right now the warehouse has ingredients for 100,000 meals. That's a lot of stuff to store. And we've been paying for storage. Now we don't have to pay for storage anymore. We can package more meals. Thank you. Can I ask a favor? Sure. Okay, there. I asked Ed if I could ask a favor because...
The judge always gets nervous when somebody asks them if they can ask a favor.
Never thought of it that way, but you said yes already, so... I get to talk about Kids Against Hunger, and I'm passionate about it, and I get to do a lot of stuff. I don't do it alone. I'd like to ask the members of my club to please come up with this picture. because that's how we get it done. Yes, Lauren, you too. Thank you. It really isn't by myself. Come on, hurry up. A lot of people do stuff.
Come on out. Where we going?
Just don't push the judge off the stage. Come on. And no ducking behind the check.
Yeah. It takes a Kiwanis village, right?
It does. We got everybody? Oh, come on, Burley.
All right. All right. Our next recipient is also one of the Braden Kiwanis' favorite nonprofits in the community. We've been partnering with them for years and years. They do amazing thing with some disadvantaged girls here in our community. So we're able to give $100,000 to Pace Center for Girls. You know, obviously $100,000 eats a lot of the budget of our charitable committee, but we were able to do that, at least since I was chair. We gave $100,000 to the Snooty Museum, we gave $100,000 to the Art Center, we gave $100,000 to the Boys and Girls Club to finish the gym on 34th Street. So we appreciate the fact that that large check helps them get where they need to go. So please give a warm Kiwanis welcome to Sandy Grosclose and John and Amanda Horn, members of our club. We're going to hear a little bit about what that $100,000 is going to do. You get a handshake. I was all puckered up.
Wow, usually John gets to speak, so he actually is making me do it this time. So John and I are the co-chairs of a campaign that we're having at Pace Center for Girls for a new building, a renovation and a new building. So on behalf of the girls, who are the most important part of this, the staff and the board at Pace Center for Girls, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude for this amazing grant of $100,000 that will be used towards the renovation and expansion of our building, classrooms, and campus on 26th Street. We're truly honored. Our capital campaign, Building the Great for Every Girl, is very, very special and very dear to our hearts. Sandy actually got me involved in Pace 20-odd years ago.
Yeah, don't have to tell them that part.
So this will have a tremendous and far-reaching impact, not only on the girls that we serve, but on everyone who calls Manatee County home. And especially this year, Pace Manatee celebrates its 30th year in our community. So this year is our 30th year. And it's a great start to the year, isn't it? So thank you. It's an extraordinarily generous grant and represents a founding leadership gift for our campaign. So we look forward to matching your contribution and recognizing your generosity through a naming opportunity for our new building. So thank you so much. Sandy, do you want to say anything?
I just had somebody at my table say, what is PACE? And I said, well, you're going to hear a little bit more about it. But if you don't know what PACE is, give me a call. Come for a tour.
Uh-oh, John.
Just one second. This is such a great honor from people in this room and our community. It does take all of us to keep our community going great. I am an honorary PACE girl. So with your $100,000, you cannot be the first honorary PACE girl. Sorry, Ed, you're out. But we appreciate it, y'all, so very much. Thank you.
All right.
That's a big one. That's a heavy one.
He'll go through the pneumatic tube.
Down. So I ran in, Sandy and I were buying our Christmas trees in early December, and I ran into her and I said, did you get the letter about the check? And she said, no, I didn't get it. And spoiler alert, I said, you got your $100,000. And she started crying, and I started crying, and there we were crying in the Christmas tree parking lot. In any event, So our next recipient is also a favorite of our club. They've been an enormous partner in the community, and they do amazing things. We're thrilled to have been able to give $5,000 to the Salvation Army, a member of our club. We're going to hear from Major Juan Guadalupe and Kelly, our own member. She's not going to come up. Maybe she's going to come up. He's going to come up. All right. We're going to hear from Juan Guadalupe to tell us what they're going to do with the $5,000. Let's give a warm Kiwanis welcome to Major Guadalupe.
First of all, thank you for the gift. But before that, I want to thank you for helping us through all the Red Kettle campaign, Christmas campaign. It was a great effort, and without you, it'll be hard, to do what we do. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Salvation Army Manatee County we're doing a lot of things. I'll be here the whole afternoon probably telling you, but I have only probably 1 minute or 2 minutes. So I had to hurry up. When I came here last year, I was in Virginia, Fairfax Station, living there for a couple of years with the Salvation Army, working there. Came down here in June last year, and immediately we saw a great need in our county, especially in the south of this county, which was to utilize our building that we have on 70 on 53rd Street. So the idea came out to do a summer day camp for probably the first time, for us here in Manatee County. So the goal is to have 40, 50 kids that can afford, and again, please don't get me wrong, the parents send them to places that they have to pay $200 or whatever, cost every week, for the summer. So I said, well, we need to do a summer day camp where the parents will send their kids for free for 8 weeks. And of course, everybody started opening the eyes, how much that costs, all that stuff. So I said, well, I think we can do it. I mean, we have a great community here. We have great partnerships. We have people that really can come up along us and do it. So yes, it's gonna be done. And thanks to your help, your gift, we're gonna get supplies and stuff like that we're gonna be needing throughout the summer. So again, the goal is to have 40 kids that again can afford, or their parents can afford them to send them to a day camp every week for 8 weeks. So imagine that. And they're gonna have a lot of fun. Every day they're gonna have field trips and good food and fun and more fun. And some reading somewhere there. And these, so I love this. I love children is some of my passion and work for them for many years. So I'm great that we're able to do this and with your help. And also, we're going to be doing a golf tournament. I know we have plenty of those here in town. But in March 21st, we're going to do one with the purpose to help our, fundraising for this summer day camp. It's going to be in Rosedale. We have plenty of these, so you need to take one. And then we have sponsorship in the bag and how much it costs and all that good stuff. We're going to have a lot of prizes, a lot of good things will happen that day. So please continue helping us, in what we do. And again, we really appreciate all your help and all you do for the Salvation Army here in Manatee County. Thank you very much. God bless you.
How about Lori Fox in the house, huh? All right.
Thanks, Lori.
All right, and last but not least, we have another a program here in Manatee County that the Braden Kiwanis Club is very, very fond of. We've all been impacted in some way by the amazing gem of our community that is the State College of Florida. We were able to give $27,745 to the State College of Florida Foundation. We're going to hear from Cassandra Holmes. Welcome, Kathy King, the Interim Director of Nursing. Welcome, Cassandra. Tell us about where that money is going.
Thank you. On behalf of State College of Florida Foundation, our outstanding faculty, our college president, Dr. Carol Probsfeld, and first husband, Mr. Bill Murphy, we all know and love, and many people in this room, such as John Horn, that are currently serving as a trustee member, those members that are in Kiwanis that have served on our foundation, such as Mr. McCoy, Mr. Hackney, and Judge Nicholas, and many of the stories that you were sharing with me today about the impact the State College of Florida has had on your students' life. Two of the individuals at our table shared that they have nursing graduates. But most importantly, this grant is affecting our most needy of citizens, our young children that are in pediatric situation in our area hospitals that need the best in nursing care. And at State College of Florida, we are so blessed to have faculty members that are PhD qualified, teaching in our preeminent BSN program, in which we are proud that is producing the 1,000th graduate this year. This is a high-fidelity medical simulator that is tetherless. This is a very expensive piece of equipment. We are so appreciative that the committee, with all that you have to balance, all that you have to assess, that you saw the importance of this as it is touching the lives not only of our students, LECOM students that participate in our simulations, and the smallest of patients, our children in Manatee County. This simulator will be in operation at more than 10 years. Our accrediting agencies for our nursing program completely and always give us outstanding marks in how we refurbish and take care of our equipment in our nursing programs. So we would like to thank the Kiwanis Club of Bradenton. We would like to thank the committee, and we certainly appreciate you helping our most needy of citizens, our children. Thank you so much. You're a natural. Oh, thank you so much.
Check bounce.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so we'd ask that the recipients stick around. We're going to total all those amounts. It's $200,000 and have a giant check that will be very heavy to get all our pictures here in the front. But those are our grant award winners. Believe me when I say there is far more need than there is money available, so please contribute to the foundation, or at least consider doing so. It was an honor and a privilege to serve as foundation chair, but let's hear it once again for all our grant recipients. Thank you for all you do. And finally, thank you to my fellow Kiwanians. That's where your money goes. That's where your dues go. That's where your efforts go. So I think you got a little taste of the impact that our club has in this community and has for almost 100 years. Turn it back over to Mike. Well done, fellow Kiwanians.
Well, thank you, Ed, and thanks to the charitable committee. That's a lot of work. I was able to sit in with them as they went through the process, and you've done it successfully now for 4 years now. So appreciate your service, and thank you for all of our guests here. Thank you for the nonprofits. You guys are the hands and feet that are serving the children of our community, and thank you for giving us an opportunity as a club to come alongside you and contribute in any way that we can through volunteer hours or through our funds and gifts. We talked about being the hands and feet of Jesus. What he said was, what you've done for the least of these, you've done to me also. So just to have a part of that, and just to be part of that process is a great thing. And if you're a guest of this club and you want to be part of what we're doing, make sure you speak to Sharon. is because I'll tell you what, when you know you're doing something good, you know you're making a difference, it gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning. And it gives you a reason to look forward to the day and just to feel good about being part of an organization with such a long history as Kiwanis. So thank you. I want to thank all our guests for being here, especially my boss. He was wondering why my productivity has dropped 50% the last couple of months. No worries. But with that, we are dismissed.